How's it going, YouTube? So today we're going to do a quick unboxing of one of my favorite things to play with, is flashlights. Flashlights, electronics are my two go-to things, and I love playing with them. So this one here came in a 2-pack, as you can see. On the box you can see that it's a USB charging. Front end wick, where that means, I guess, that there's a light on top of the head. And then you can see there's a light that shines through the whole body. It does rotates 270 degrees. There's a switch button, and there's also a hook on the tail of the flashlight. Alright, so let's I'll put this over here and I'll unbox this one for you. And usually these should have a little charge, so we should be able to play with it right away. Alright, so put this box over here. There's no branding on this one. Oh, here it is. There's a branding right here, so let's unbox it. Oh, no, it says worklight. Okay, well, there's no real branding on here. Tear up invalid. So I guess that's kind of a quality seal thing that they have here. I mean, I would probably peel it off anyways, even though by peeling this, I assume it could void your warranty. I don't really understand. Tear up invalid. Tear up invalid. I mean, do I leave it on? Is this tape holding on the head? That's a little weird. Okay, so well, let's just keep going. All right, so here it is. Here's a screw. So this here is kind of a plastic with a plastic spray on top to give it a real soft feel. It actually feels really nice. And I would say all that's there. And then this one's kind of a thin aluminum. It might not really be like a solid aluminum. It might kind of be like those bent aluminum. Or I would just call it aluminum alloy, I guess is what the more proper term. Alright, so there's a head, and then this is what they said right here. There's a light on the tip, right? So this is going to continue. Here is the charging port, micro USB. And then let's try to stick this back in here. Just have to kind of wiggle and push. So make sure that's a little more water sealed. Here's the on button. And here's the hook on the tail, and it's also magnetic. But let's try to take off this hook and see. Okay, just a little simple hook. Nothing too crazy. I wonder why they chose a hook instead of maybe like a whole loop. I guess this way you can actually kind of just hang it on something a little easier than a loop. But that's okay. Okay, so magnetic, I don't have, okay, well, there you go. It felt pretty strong. It had a pretty good, because some of my other flashlights, the magnet wasn't really that strong, but this one's actually pretty decently strong. And of course, there's a hole here for a lanyard, if you want. I don't think it came in a box. Nope, no lanyard. Alright, so here we go. So I'm going to turn it on. Woo. Wow, that's a pretty good light. That just throw off a good amount of light. So let's see what else. That's the dim. Off. Oh, no, here's the, top. So, here, let me just turn off this light here. So you can see a little more here. Look at that. There you go. How about that? That is actually pretty cool. I like that. Then, would this be off? Okay, that's off. And now let's turn back on. Yeah, you can see a big difference, huh? Look, moving away, and then we'll shine back on. Wow, this is actually pretty good. So, yeah, I saw on the camera it showed a little strobing, but there's no strobing here in person. Well, let me just try it one more time. Okay, let me stare here. Okay, so it's the camera that's showing the strobing, but the light and what I see here in person, there's no strobing. Wow, this actually does put out a good amount of light. I like this a lot. Cool. And then here's kind of like a little pointing, so you could actually, you know, hands-free if you're like maybe reading a map or just doing something inside the car engine bay that you don't need too much light. Then this is a pretty good, you know, little spotlight. Actually, this is pretty cool. I like this. But here, how about this? So it's on, right? Let's see if it'll turn off when we close. I didn't think so. That would be cool if it had a function that would automatically turn off when you close. But that's okay. It's not a big deal. You should always turn off. Oh, did I pop this out? Okay, well, you gotta make sure this little enclosure here stays closed so you don't get water and debris into this. Oh man, this thing's a little more tough to get back in. Dead. Is it twisted upside down? All right, let me turn on this light here so I can see a little more here. Okay. We have to kind of push this in a little bit more. Okay, let's try that now. Okay, there we go. So, I am pretty, I'm pretty blown away. So, this I'm not sure. I'll probably email the seller just to kind of verify what this means, because it's taped on both sides. I don't want to take off this tape and then this head just fall off. But why would it have to be taped in place? That's a little strange. I mean, it's not a deal breaker, but it kind of is, right? I mean, it feels like sitting on there securely. I mean, shouldn't this be glued or somehow welded or something, right? That's okay. But man, this does feel nice. I do like the way this the function of this is actually pretty darn nice. I'm excited to use this because for here, it recently started getting cold again. So usually when it goes from a season change from summer to winter or where summer then fall, but for Houston, it's for hot. And then it goes to cold. And when that happens, usually the car battery, when it's a little bit old, it'll just die. And I was sitting there changing out my battery, and I used one of my flashlights, and I used a magnet, and I stuck it into the roof of my car, the hood, and it just kind of kept wiggling, and it almost felt like it was falling, just because the magnet was not strong enough to hold up the aluminum aluminum flashlight. Anywho, I can't wait to try this one out. All right. Leave a question. If you have any comments, leave it below. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. All right. I'll leave it there.